Welcome back to the Dragon's Lair, everybody. My name is Wade, and this is my show Let's Talk, where we talk about Warhammer 40k, specifically Tyranids. I'm almost done with all of my Tyranid reviews for all the units, so go ahead and check that out. There's a big playlist. I'm doing all of these from the perspective of Invasion Fleet, and we're at Hive Guard. Now, I don't have many good things to say about Hive Guard. I own six, and I kind of regret it. Um, but let's talk about it. Movement six, not great. They're slow. They've got guns, so that's okay. But still, turn three, turn four, you want to get somewhere. You need a unit to get somewhere and do a thing. They're not getting there. Tough seven. It's not bad. I mean, it's better than Terminators. You're still, plasma is still going to lay you out. Autocannons, Melta, you're still going to get laid out. In the RTT world, you're still going to get melted. 3+ save, crap. It's just crap. I'm just going to say that. Stand in cover, help it get a little bit better, but crap. um, 4 wounds, that's okay. You're still gonna lose them. They come in 3 or 6. You're still gonna lose them. Yeah, it's not great. Leadership 8, pretty standard. Ideally, you'll be in Synops, so 3d6. That's pretty okay. OC1, not great. It just doesn't have a lot of the secret sauce. The things for Tyranids that have the secret sauce, they either have 1 wound, they're fast, and they have lots of attacks, or they have a lot of wounds and they're high toughness and they're relatively fast and they have like an invulnerable. Um, so they don't have the secret sauce that makes for a good Tyranid model. They're somewhere in the middle, and that somewhere does not come down great. Let's talk about the melee weapons. Trash, 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 trash. 3 attacks, which is not great. The bad side of average, which is not good. Strength 5, which is eh. AP 0, which is crap. And 1 damage. I'm saying crap a lot. I don't know why. You're not going to get a lot of work done there. You might put some wounds on. Hey, always take your melee attacks, even if they suck. I've had Zonothropes poke dudes in the eyes and kill dudes. And I don't even model the little T-Rex arms on my Zonothropes. I don't even put those on the models. But I've had Zonothropes melee people to death. So take every attack roll that you are due and that you are owed, and things will be better for you than what they could have been. I can't promise you that you'll win, but they'll be better. And you might pull a victory out of it. You might get a win. So don't sell yourself short, is what I'm saying. But you're not here for the melee attacks. You're here for the ranged attacks. So let's just deal with the Impaler Cannon. I want to like the Impaler Cannon. Boy, do I want to like it. It's just not very good in this edition. So, range 36, which, hey, that's pretty good. That's a lot of the table. Attack 4, hey, you might feel that that's pretty good. Ballistic skill 4, not great. So you're going to get less than half on hits. Strength 5, not great. 4s to wound Terminators. AP 1, it's better than 0. It's not great. 1 damage. Okay, so just looking at those numbers, suck. Not great. Why are they here? Why are they here? Okay, now let's take into effect the weapon abilities and see if it gets any better. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. So heavy. Okay, so if it doesn't move, now it is hitting on 3s. That's better. You're going to get just a little bit more than half. You're the good side of half. That doesn't change your strength, and that doesn't change your AP. So you might get a little bit more hits, and that will convert to a little bit more wounds, and then that will convert to a little bit more damage taken. But in the end, it's only 1, and it's not a lot. It's not enough to convince me. What I'm saying is in my opinion, as a player who has played NIDS for 20 plus years, it's not worth your time because there are other things that are better. There are things that have the secret sauce. So I'm not happy about that. Indirect fire, which sounds pretty cool. Okay, now I don't have to have line of sight. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool. And with 36 inches, that sounds pretty okay. But remember, with indirect fire, it's a -1 to hit. So if it didn't stand still, if it moved, you're hitting on 5s, which I know it's 4 attacks and you feel like volume fire is really going to come through for you. But then remember your strength and then your AP. And it's just not going to convert into as many wounds as you need it to be. You're much better with an emissary getting up there. You're much better with an assimilator getting up there. You're better with a Haruspex. You're probably better with the brand new Psychophage getting up there. You're better shooting, if you want to shoot, you're better shooting at it with a squad of Zonothropes. A 6-mana Zonothropes. A 6-mana Zonothropes, especially being led by a Neurotyrant, gets a ton of work done. A ton of work done. So, okay, so let's say you don't move, and then you use the indirect fire. You're back to hitting on 4s, which is the low side of average. And that's just not, it's not a lot. If you're fighting guard, yeah, okay, maybe. If you're fighting, I know I always pick on fire warriors and aspect warriors and stuff like that. If you're fighting low toughness, yeah, maybe. But I don't think that's going to get enough work done for you to feel good about yourself. For you to feel, because once again, a Haruspex would charge a unit of guardsmen and eat the whole unit. A Haruspex would solve your problem in 1 melee. Done. Now, having said all of those abysmal things, let's take a look at the shot cannon. Now, the shot cannon actually, I think, has a place. I don't like knights. Imperial Knights, Chaos Knights, and I have Imperial Knights. I got into Imperial Knights in January of 2025. So I don't like playing against Knights. I'll go to an RTT and play against Knights 2 times. And then I have a friend that has Imperial Knights, and I have a friend that has Chaos Knights. And then I play against them half the time. Okay? I don't like playing against Knights. Recently, I played one of those friends, Chaos Knights, and I beat him. He's a very good player, high skill level, great models, and I beat him. And I'm not trying to brag. What I'm saying is I went from very discouraged to, oh my gosh, I have a way to do this. I have tools, and we have tools, and it's not just going to always be an abysmal, terrible loss. I've been tabled by Knights at RTT 3 or 4 times. Okay, anyways. Back to the shot cannon. I would, if I had room in my list, my anti-knight list, I would take Hive Guard against Knights. Shot cannon, 24 inches. That's okay. 2 attacks. Not great. 3+, high side of average. Strength 7, it does not matter. AP 1, 3 damage. Now keep in mind, this is the anti-vehicle 2+. So all you have to do is hit. Then any of your hits, it wounds on a 2+. AP1 works pretty good against Knights. They'll get saves, 5+ invulnerable or whatever. They'll get saves, but you're gonna get through. And for these, when they get through, it's 3 damage apiece. So I actually see Hive Guard useful in an anti-vehicle, anti-Knight list. When I sat down to make this video, I did not see that. Let's hit the special ability real quick. Defensive stance, each time you target a unit, this unit with Fire Overwatch stratagem, while resolving that stratagem, hits are scored on an unmodified hit roll of 5+, or unmodified hit roll of 4 instead if this unit is within range of an objective marker that you control. That's pretty gosh darn good, especially if you had like 6 of them standing there and a knight was coming in and they were standing on an objective marker. That's actually really good reactionary fire. And that knight is going to come in and not be happy about it. So there's not very many stratagems that I feel like benefit them well in Invasion Fleet, maybe a rapid regen. But I walked into this saying, they're terrible, they're awful, and then I realized, pretty good against Knights. So keep that in mind. We here at the Dragon's Lair want to say thank you for spending your time with us at the Dragon's Lair.